We've all heard celebrity rumors before and thought that there's absolutely no way that they could be true. But unfortunately for some of these unlikely spouses, they were. Hey guys, I'm your host Lauren, and today we're going to be counting down the top 10 celebrities whose rumored cheating turned out to be true. Number 10, Adam Levine. Adam Levine's cheating scandal was really a viral event. Adam had been married since 2014 when the whole situation really blew up. It started when an Instagram model came forward to claim that she was having an affair with the singer. It got pretty bad for the star when his Instagram DMs leaked and became a meme all across Twitter, with one of the messages being, "It's truly unreal how effing hot you are, like it blows my mind." In a clip that was posted to Instagram, the model said, "I was having an affair with a man who is married to a Victoria's Secret model. At the time I was young, I was naive, and I mean quite frankly I feel exploited." The Instagram model went on to claim that they had a physical relationship, but at the time of her post, they hadn't spoken in a month. She explained to her fans that the reason for coming forward now was because a few of her friends had tried to sell the story to a tabloid. She said, "I had only come forward because I wanted to kill any story the tabloid had. And if you were wondering, why would you do this if you knew he was married?" She explained that she thought the marriage was over and said, "I believed that they were keeping it quiet to avoid the negative press because I was new to LA." Going on to say, "I just assumed with celebrities of that caliber that that's how it was." As this whole drama really started to circulate social media, Adam decided to address the allegations. He said, "I used poor judgment in speaking with anyone other than my wife in any kind of flirtatious manner. I did not have an affair, nevertheless, I crossed the line during a regrettable period in my life." A few Instagram users came out to attack the Instagram model for responding to any of these messages in the first place, but others came out to support her and against Adam. One user wrote, "I don't understand why we continue to blame women for men's mistakes. The power dynamic is so skewed. It's ridiculous, and it's predatory." Going on to say, "If you're the one in a relationship, you're the one who's obligated to be loyal." Number 9, Sebastian Maclard. Emily Ratajkowski and Sebastian were married in 2018 and divorced by 2022, after a few too many cheating allegations began to surface. A source claimed at the time Sebastian strayed on multiple occasions, alleging that most of this happened while Emily was pregnant. Reportedly, Sebastian had major regrets after this information came out, with a source revealing, "Seb is pleading with Emily to get back together. Though they weren't publicly speaking about the breakup, it was looking clear to fans that it was due to infidelity, and Emily liked a few tweets about Sebastian being unfaithful." Not only that, but Sebastian was also accused just recently of SA and abusing his power on set during a casting process and auditions for various films. Though it looked like a pretty messy breakup, all in all, looks like the couple were able to put their differences aside for their son. Number 8, Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson has received the label serial cheater, and it seems pretty well deserved. The NBA star was unfaithful to Khloe Kardashian multiple times throughout the relationship, which of course eventually resulted in the two breaking it off in 2021. As the two continue to be co-parents, Khloe has taken to the high road and refuses to talk badly of her ex publicly, even saying during an ABC special, "I still think he's a great guy. He's a great dad. He's just not the guy for me." But who did he cheat on her with? In 2018, it was reported that he was spotted getting pretty cozy with multiple women at the NBA All-Star Weekend. A source said at the time, Tristan was flirting and didn't look or act like someone who had a pregnant girlfriend, even after being spotted with another woman days before she gave birth, and more videos began leaking, and Khloe even confirming it herself. She ended up forgiving him, but the problems were just beginning. In 2019, TMZ reported that Tristan was all over Jordyn Woods at a house party, who was Kylie's best friend. A source explained that they were spotted looking very touchy-feely, even staying together overnight. When the news got to the Kardashian family, Jordyn was immediately cut off, but even this didn't end the relationship with Khloe, and he ended up doing it again. In 2021, Tristan was accused once again of cheating, but this time with an Instagram model. The model Sydney Chase claimed to have hooked up with Tristan and said, "I didn't know he was in a relationship. He told me he was not in a relationship anymore." But it looks like the real final straw for Khloe came after she discovered that he had actually had a child with the fitness trainer Marilee Nichols during their relationship, when he was caught by a paternity test. He said on Instagram, "I take full responsibility for my actions. Now that the paternity has been established, I look forward to raising our son." Number 7, Kristen Stewart. Twilight fans were left heartbroken when the news broke of Kristen and Robert Pattinson splitting up. Kristen and Robert Pattinson were dating at the time after falling in love on the set of the Twilight Saga movies, and fans were loving it. Rupert was a director and was married at the time of the affair, and it ended up gathering so much attention that even Donald Trump came forward with his opinion opinions on the whole scandal, tweeting at the time that Robert shouldn't take her back because if she cheated once, she would do it over and over again. Also stating that he deserves someone much better. Really a whole mess. Robert and Kristen ended up calling it quits after ending the Twilight films in 2012. Robert saw a few photos of Kristen and Rupert kissing when they emerged to the public, which reportedly came as a shock to the actor. When the pictures became public knowledge, the pair ended up publicly apologizing to their partners. Kristen went on to admit that she was sorry for hurting the other people involved, and she was very embarrassed by it. Luckily, all parties seemingly moved on since this awkward situation. Number 6. Tiger Woods. This one really was a shock to many and something that people will associate with the golf star from now on. Tiger Woods was married in 2004, but after reports came out in 2009, it wasn't long after that a divorce was filed. The reports claimed that he was having an affair with a nightclub manager. A few days after these reports were released, Tiger ended up crashing his car in front of his home at 2 a.m. The crash woke his wife, who is said to have broken the back window of the car with a golf club and dragged her husband out of the car. Following the news of the crash and the infidelity, more and more reports started to come out of Tiger basically being a serial cheater. Us Weekly shared a voicemail that was said to be left by Tiger to one of the women he was seeing at the time. He says, "Hey, it's Tiger. I need you to do me a huge favor. Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and may be calling you." A few months after this whole situation was revealed, Tiger held a press conference and he said, "I was unfaithful, I had affairs, and I cheated. What I did was unacceptable." After they got divorced, Tiger's ex-wife reportedly ended up walking away with $100 million. Number 5. Kevin Hart. A cheating scandal that Kevin Hart has been pretty open about is when he had an affair with another woman while his wife was pregnant. The whole affair came to light when Kevin was reportedly blackmailed over a video that showed the comedian cheating on his wife with another woman. The woman in question claimed that Kevin and a friend had set up a hidden camera. Allegedly, the woman filed a lawsuit against Kevin and his friends, which is said to have been dismissed. After these speculations started coming out, Kevin issued an apology on Instagram, saying, "I made a bad error in judgment, and I put myself in a bad environment where only bad things can happen, and they did." He went on to say, "I hurt the people closest to me, and I've talked to and apologized to my wife and kids." When discussing the impacts that this had on his kids, he admitted in an interview on the Red Table Talk how hard it was on his daughter especially, saying, "Getting my daughter back and getting my daughter to understand that I'm sorry and I made a big mistake, that was real." Luckily, his wife ended up staying with him through this whole ordeal. When asked about how she handled the affair, she revealed, "I have to maintain a level head. I think that's the only thing that got me through." Going on to say, "I wasn't ready at the time to just give up on family. I wanted Kenzo to be able to know his dad and grow up, so it was a lot." Even saying at the end that as long as he behaves from now on, then they'll be all good. Number 4. Scott Disick. Scott's antics have been pretty public knowledge, with Kourtney reportedly putting up with quite a bit from him. But it looks like his PDA scandal was the final straw for her and their marriage, but unfortunately for her, this wasn't the only one he got caught in. Scott was caught with Chloe Bartoli in Monaco, getting pretty close while sitting in the sun. They were spotted again together on a yacht party, with Scott putting his hand on Chloe's lower back. In a claimed report by Life and Style, during the 9 years together, Scott slept with at least 100 women behind his wife's back, allegedly sleeping with a woman every single time he went out of town on business. Reportedly, Scott even had an affair with Kourtney's younger sister, Kendall. But it was the photos with Chloe that was really the end for her. A source shared at the time, his partying lately has made her make this tough decision. Number 3. Sydney Sweeney and Glen Powell. Sydney and Glen are set to star in a new romantic comedy and are going to be playing the love interests. But as photos emerge of Sydney and Glen online, many fans are wondering about Glen's girlfriend and Sydney's fiance. A behind-the-scenes clip came out on Twitter showing Glen dipping Sydney over the couch, and it looks pretty coupley. On Twitter, a user commented, "Does this dude just have good chemistry with everyone?" Another added, "Rom-com actors exhibiting cheating behavior, Hollywood is back." Fans are left confused whether they are just good friends or maybe something more. Photos of them visiting places in Australia during the downtimes of shooting are only adding fuel to the fire. As well as Glen's family coming down to visit and Sydney going on all of their outings with them, made the two out to look like a couple. A couple fans have shared what their feelings are, and they're pretty happy and wouldn't mind if these rumors turned out to be true. But others are wondering if those rumors could just be a PR stunt for the movie. Though it is yet to be confirmed, it really does have fans speculating, especially after Glen's girlfriend unfollowed Sydney just recently. Number 2. Offset. Offset and Cardi B got married in 2017, but it hasn't looked like a walk in the park. Videos started popping up at the time showing Offset cheating on her with various women not long after the couple got married. She explained at the time that she prayed on it and decided to stay together and planned on working it out. Cardi explained during an interview with Vogue, "People that are in marriages for years, when they say till death do us part, they aren't talking about little arguments. That includes everything. Cardi ended up filing for divorce in 2020, but reportedly called it off. After calling it off, she explained at the time that they were just not seeing eye to eye. She shared, "The main thing that I wanted was for him to stop and everything. He stopped and he changed, and it showed me that he wanted to change for me." Regardless, we're all just happy that this couple seems happy now. And at number 1, we have TJ Holmes and Amy Robach. A pretty messy public story is that of the former Good Morning America hosts. Last year, the co-anchors TJ Holmes and Amy both left their partners after having months-long affair with one another, according to many reports. A source told Page 6 at the time, "They have a very cozy relationship, but that is what is expected. They are very careful behind the scenes to keep their affair a secret." Part of what really put the two in hot water was getting spotted looking pretty close in a bar near ABC News studio. It got more obvious when they were photographed on a weekend getaway just 2 weeks before they were set to have Thanksgiving with their families. The photographers ended up even catching TJ grabbing Amy's butt, which I'm sure is a moment that is pretty hard to explain away. After the affair became public, it was reported that they both were temporarily suspended while the show and the network undertook an investigation to make sure that this affair didn't violate the company's policy. But it wasn't long after this investigation that the company came out with a statement that said, "After several productive conversations with Amy and TJ about different options, we all agree it's best for everyone that they move on from ABC News." Reports show that regardless of this public split, the couple are actually pretty happy now. Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Let us know in the comments which cheating scandal surprised you the most, and we'll see you in the next one.